Today's book that I'm going to read tonight is for the boys. It's have a warning. Content is generally suitable for ages 13 and up and may contain violence and suggestive themes, minimal blood, and or criminal mischief. This is a very good story. It's very enlightening. It's called Rest in Peace RaShawn Reloaded. RaShawn. It's by Ronnie Sidney II and illustrated by Tracy Van Wagner. I bought this book for my grandsons because they're little black boys. And it's a lot of little black boys and black men being killed for no reason, or for having toys in their hands or saxophones in their hands. They're being mistaken as guns. So this is a very good story, and I decided that I'll read it to everyone. And my grandkids don't live with me, but I know they all use YouTube. So this way they can go on YouTube and hear Grandma Sherri read to them every night before they go to bed. And if you choose to let your kids listen to my stories, I'd appreciate that too. Thank you. Okay. Rest in peace, RaShawn. While Jeremy walks home from school, he is confronted by the neighborhood bully, Lil G, and the Salt Street Gang. Didn't I tell you to stay off my block, punk? Come around here again, and I'm smoking you myself. I ain't no punk. Jeremy was tired of being picked on by Little G and the Salt Street Gang, so he asked his mother to take him to Shoppers World. Jeremy walks around the store looking for someone over the age of 18 to buy him an airsoft gun. Hey, would you buy this for me? I'll give you an extra $20. Thanks. Here's the money I owe you. Airsoft guns are a replica firearm that shoots plastic pellets, also known as BBs, by way of compressed gas or electric and or spring-driven pistons. Depending on the mechanism propelling the pellet, an airsoft gun can be operated manually or cycled by either compressed gas such as green gas, propane, and silicone mix, or CO2, or by compressed air via a spring or an electric motor pulling a piston. All these products are designed to be non-lethal and to provide realistic replicas. So he asked somebody to help him buy a pellet gun that he knew his mother didn't want him to have. Jerry meets Nelson at a park near his home. Hey, Nelson, look what I bought. What the? Jeremy, are you out of your mind? Little G said he would smoke me if he saw me on Salt Street again. Maybe you should tell your brother, RaShawn, or the police that Little G threatened to kill you. What? You want me to be a snitch? I have to prove to Little G and his boys I'm not a punk. I'm going to pull up on Little G and make him put some respect on my name. Habib, the local store owner, watches Jeremy wave his airsoft gun and calls 911. RaShawn goes to get Nelson and Jeremy from the park before the street lights cut on. Mom says you two need to bring your butts home right this minute. Jeremy anxiously puts the airsoft gun underneath his hoodie. Why are you two over there looking sneaky? What are you up to? Nothing. They're up to something, huh? RaShawn sees a big bulge in Jeremy's hoodie and asks, what's underneath your hoodie? What are you crazy? Where did you get it from? Mom bought it for me. No, she didn't. Mom would never buy you anything like this. Tell me where you got it from before I jack you up. I asked someone to buy it for me. You did what, bruh? You're a little black boy from the hood. Don't you know this thing could get you killed? Police car aggressively pulls up on the curb and Jeremy takes off running. Officer Martinez catches up with Jeremy and tackles him from behind. I didn't do anything. Get off of me. I can't breathe. Yo, what are you doing? That's my baby brother. Officer Jacob sees the airsoft gun in RaShawn's hand and immediately hops out of his car with his gun drawn. Put your hands up where I can see them. Now. It's a pellet gun, but do the police know that? No. Put your hands in the air now. Officer, it's just a toy. I took it from my little brother. My hands are up. Don't shoot. Officer, please. I'm a college football player. I don't want any trouble. See, I told you it wasn't. Pow, 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 pow. Officer Jacob shoots RaShawn 5 times. RaShawn! Officer Jacob approaches RaShawn with his gun drawn. He shot me. All I wanted to do was show him it wasn't real. Officer Jacob picks up the gun and sees the orange tip and realizes it is a replica. It's too late now. Hearing sirens in the distance, RaShawn's mother frantically rushes towards the park. What did y'all do to my baby? RaShawn, mommy's here. Ma'am, I'm sorry, but this is a crime scene. You cannot come any closer. Don't you tell me what to do. You just killed my son and left him lying in the street like a dog. Jeremy, what happened? You tell me the truth, or so help me God. Mom, I'm sorry. I asked someone to buy me an airsoft gun from Shopper's World. RaShawn saw it and took it from me. The police thought it was a real and shot RaShawn, Mom. I didn't mean to get him killed. Jeremy, you did what? Lord Jesus, give me the strength. All because he did something that he knew his mother didn't want him to do. 3 days later, Nelson and Jeremy attend a local protest. We will not be silenced. Justice for RaShawn. Stop police brutality. Is my son next? When will the violence stop? The power of the people is stronger than the power. The power of the people is stronger than the people in the power. People are protesting because the cop shot RaShawn and all RaShawn had was a fake gun. Jeremy spends the night at Nelson's house and wakes up screaming. Nelson and Jeremy, are you two okay? Uncle Ron, I just had a dream a police officer shot me. I took Nelson to see a therapist yesterday because he was having bad dreams too. Are you seeing a counselor? But Uncle Ron, I'm not crazy. Nephew, no one said you were crazy. Experiencing death of a loved one can cause PTSD. What's that? PTSD stands for post-traumatic stress disorders. A person can develop PTSD after being exposed to violence, serious injury, or death. PTSD can cause recurrent nightmares, bad memories, irritability, problems concentrating, and avoidance. Sometimes children may reenact the trauma because they feel like the traumatic event is occurring all over again. Jeremy, I'm going to call your mother in the morning and ask her to take you to see a therapist. I've been having a hard time paying attention in class, and I panic whenever I see the school resource officer. He's suffering from PTSD that they think most people don't have. You don't have to be in the military to have PTSD. The next night, Jeremy sits outside on the stoop to clear his mind. Lil G and members of the South Street gang approach him. What's up, lil homie? Chill, homie. I don't want no smoke. I wanted to let you know Habib snitched on you. He told the 12 you were waving a gun. I know a way to get back at him. Retaliation is never the answer. Jeremy joins Little G and heads to Habib's store. Got the little mask and bandanas on their face. After Jeremy spray paints Habib's store, Little G hands a bandana and initiates him into the South Street gang. As they walk away, the store goes up in flames. Now we're at the funeral. Reverend Turner delivers RaShawn's eulogy. Church, my heart is heavy this afternoon. RaShawn Washington was one of our best and brightest members of this community. I remember when he was struggling with a math class in the 5th grade. I told RaShawn that for every A he gets on his report card, I'd give him $10. RaShawn would come up to me after church every 9 weeks with his report card. He would greet me with this enormous smile and say, "Time to pay up, old man." To Sister Mary, put your faith in the Lord. You lost a son, but God has gained another angel. RaShawn loved you and his brother more than life itself. To Jeremy and RaShawn would want you to know that it wasn't your fault. Your brother unexpectedly became prey to a fate that he tried so desperately to protect you from. Church, let's not let RaShawn's death be in vain. We must not rest until justice is served. As the family leaves the church, they notice police officers waiting outside. What's going on? Jeremy Washington, you're under arrest for arson and destruction of property. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Look who's sitting in the back seat. Little G, the one who talked him into going to go spray paint and burning the place down. He snitched him out, huh? It's a cold world. Where is the love and peace? It seems like life is on repeat. Dude had a toy gun and they still shot him. It seems like what Dr. King fought for doesn't even matter. They still want to see our blood splattered. It seems like if we talk, we get a bullet. It makes me think about what to do in life. Do I need to carry a gun? I go to church and they say something about what they are going to do, but I don't really see them doing anything. People talk a big game about how they are going to stop racism, but when it's time for action, no one is around. Police or people in general assume what other people are going to do with a gun, thinking they're right and we're wrong. The movie Fruitville Station comes to mind. In the movie, the black dude, Michael B. Jordan, who plays Oscar Grant, didn't do anything and got shot. For what reason? If you want something done, you have to take a stand and fight. Maybe not physically, but mentally, like Dr. King. He fought with words. Rosa sat. There is a difference in fighting for what you believe in and fighting with violence. People make mistakes, but don't want to be corrected. It makes me think, are we really free? Or free to think we're free? We all have 2 ears, 2 eyes, and 1 mouth, 1 nose, and red blood. Why are we doing all of this? Because of color. We are different shades of light, some lighter, some darker. Black is just a darker shade of light. We all have 1 brain. We are all bright. Take a stand. Lawrence Jones, 16, Portsmouth, Virginia. It's a very good book. If you have sons, it'll be a good story to read to your little boys to make them aware of what's going on in America. Because this is America. Rest in peace, RaShawn Reloaded. Just something to think about. Good night. Being black in America.